as they have found evidence of a habitable planet in our solar system.
Our planet Earth has everything humans need, from dense forests and arid deserts to big tall mountains and breathtaking oceans, from unlimited access to produce various fruits and vegetables to having clean and fresh water to drink. You might think that our planet is the most habitable in the universe, but unfortunately, you'd be wrong, because there are planets more habitable than Earth, and some of those planets even have more water than Earth does. Scientists throughout history have been searching for habitable planets beyond Earth, just in case we might need to move there. In 1999, scientists discovered a hidden cosmic gem called TRAPPIST-1, a red dwarf star around 40 light-years away from Earth. 18 years after discovering it, our telescopes revealed that this star is being orbited by 5 planets. Aside from our own, TRAPPIST-1 is the most studied planetary system in the universe, as we'll talk about later in the video. Today, let's explore some of the most habitable planets in the universe. You'll be amazed at what these planets hold within them. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Just around 30 years ago, we had no idea or any scientific proof of any planet outside our solar system, let alone any planet humans can potentially live on. Fast forward to 2023, thanks to advanced technology and brilliant scientific research, scientists all around the world have discovered over 5,300 exoplanets. These discoveries initially involved large gas giants, but eventually, with better technology, scientists started to reveal smaller, Earth-like exoplanets with a mass similar to that of Earth. Scientists have also discovered a few planets with a greater potential for habitability than our own planet, Earth. Some of the planets on our list are so far away from us that we don't even have a chance of reaching them anytime soon. But what is the closest habitable planet to the Earth? On August the 24th, 2016, astronomers announced the discovery of a rocky planet in the habitable zone of Proxima Centauri, the closest star to Earth. This planet was named Proxima b. This planet is located around 4 light-years away from us, has a mass 1.3 times that of the Earth, and has an orbital period of roughly 11.2 Earth days. But Proxima b isn't really an ideal destination to go if needed. The reason I say this is although Proxima b's insolation is similar to Earth's, the context of its habitability is very different. Proxima, the star around which Proxima b orbits, is significantly smaller and less massive than our own Sun, with only 12% of the Sun's mass. The difference alone can have significant implications for the planet's environment, affecting factors such as temperature, radiation, and other conditions that are necessary for sustaining life. The planet currently receives 30 times more extreme UV radiation than Earth and 250 times more X-rays, which obviously isn't ideal for humans. So, for Proxima b, we can say that it is a viable candidate for a habitable planet. Now, let's move a little further away from the Earth. Traveling for 23 light-years, we reach Gliese 667, a triple star system located in the constellation of Scorpius. It is the first known example of a low-mass star having multiple potentially habitable rocky planets orbiting within its Goldilocks, or habitable zone. This star has 3 stars, similar to the Alpha Centauri. Let's talk about the first one, which is the Gliese 667a. This orange dwarf is a K-type main sequence star and is the largest one in the Gliese system. This star possesses a mass of 73%, a radius of 76%, and a visual luminosity of only about 12% that of the Sun. The second one is the Gliese 667b. This one is also a K-type dwarf, having a mass of about 69% that of the Sun and a visual luminosity of only about 5% that of our star. But none of the 2 stars holds things as interesting as the third one. Behold, the Gliese 667c, an M-type red dwarf having a mass of 33%, a radius of 34%, and a luminosity of 1.4% compared to our big red star. With a surface temperature of approximately 3,775 Kelvin, this star is a little colder in comparison to the Sun, which has a surface temperature of 5,772 Kelvin. Despite being comparatively small, Gliese 667 possesses a surprisingly rich planetary system. At first, Gliese 667c was thought to have around 3 planets orbiting it. However, after making more observations and revisiting the known data, scientists discovered that there might be more than 6 planets, with many of them being potentially habitable super-Earths. But what is a super-Earth? You see, this is a term used to describe a planet that's larger than the Earth, but not as large as Jupiter. These planets can be made of rocks or even a mixture of rock and ice. The closest planet to Gliese 667c is Gliese 667cb. This planet is hot, having a surface temperature of approximately 200 degrees. This exoplanet is much bigger than our Earth, with a size 5.5 times that of the Earth. The Gliese 667cc is the next coldest planet to its star, orbiting in the inner edge of the Gliese 667's Goldilocks zone. This exoplanet has a mass 3.8 times and a radius 1.8 times that of the Earth. An interesting thing about this planet is that 1 year on it is equivalent to just 28 days spent on Earth. The Gliese 667cc is known as the Holy Grail of extrasolar planets because of its similarity index with the Earth, which is 0.85. Due to the red dwarf star JG667c having low energy output, the area where a planet could be habitable is very close to the star, between 0.11 AU and 0.23 AU, and fits within Mercury's orbit. To put it in perspective, Earth is about 1 AU away from the Sun. If Earth were at the same distance from star C, it would be extremely cold. However, the exoplanet JG667cc is much closer, at 0.12 AU, and most likely has one side facing the star at all times. This results in notable temperature variations, but since it receives most of its light from infrared radiation, it may maintain an Earth-like climate and retain water on its surface. Because Gliese 667cc is a rocky planet, its gravitational force would be 60% more than what we face on Earth. So, a person weighing 70 kilograms on Earth would be close to about 110 kilograms on Gliese 667cc. However, its star is known to emit intense radiation flares, and because Gliese cc is located too close to its host star, this could be a problem for any life to thrive on the surface of this exoplanet. Additionally, Gliese 667cc might have a higher atmospheric pressure than the Earth, which would again be a potential problem to sustain life on it. Gliese 667cc might not have the ideal conditions for humanity, as the Earth does, but it doesn't mean life cannot form in such a world. Apart from Gliese 667cc, the 2 other potentially habitable planets are almost identical, Gliese 667ce and CF. Both exoplanets are located far away from their host star, which means that both planets are too cold for any life to survive. Now, let's get to the TRAPPIST-1 system as we previously mentioned. How habitable do you think it is? For starters, it is habitable, but the problem is that TRAPPIST-1 is an M-type red dwarf, which is the most widespread in our galaxy and is known to emit powerful flares every day. The closest planet to the star is TRAPPIST-1b, which is like a hot rock. As this planet is too close to its star, the surface temperature is about 450 degrees Fahrenheit, placing it outside the habitable zone. Slightly further from it is TRAPPIST-1c, which was initially thought to be similar to Venus, but with the help from JWST, it came to light that TRAPPIST-1c has a rather thinner surface, like Venus. Now, let's move on to TRAPPIST-1d. With a mass of around 30% and a radius of 80% of the Earth's, this planet is the lightest one in the system. Due to its small mass, TRAPPIST-1d doesn't have a dense environment or an ambience of heavy elements. However, it still has various similarities to Earth. For example, the amount of solar radiation it gets from its star. Situated close to the inner edge of the habitable zone, the planet's temperature would be around 48 degrees Fahrenheit without an atmosphere. To give you an idea, if the Earth didn't have the greenhouse effect, its surface temperature would be freezing at about 0 degrees Fahrenheit. But the interesting part is this light planet might have 250 times more water than our own planet Earth. The habitability of TRAPPIST-1d is questionable, but among all these planets, the most promising one is TRAPPIST-1e. This planet is considered one of the most Earth-like planets ever discovered. A whole year on Earth would be equivalent to just 7 days on TRAPPIST-1e, and day and night are different from what we're used to. The climate is unusual, with one side always in twilight and the other freezing cold. Imagine a sky that's always like a never-ending sunset or sunrise, with a reddish hue. You could look up and see 6 planets in the sky, but here comes the downside. Growing planets would be tricky on TRAPPIST-1e. So we might need creative solutions, like considering a concept like the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, letting vegetation drape from multi-level platforms to catch sunlight from different directions. To live and survive on all of the mentioned planets, we would have to face countless challenges, but with time, research, technology, and creative ideas, we can make these planets habitable and available for all to thrive. So, what do you guys think about these discoveries? Do let us know in the comment box. Thank you for watching.